how just exceptional that is. Polynesian or myself, our people are not really runners. We're not really built to run. However, when I retired from athletics, I bought a treadmill because now I'm a little bit lighter and I have dreams of running for miles and miles and miles. Now I know this is probably not possible, but a little bit at a time makes me feel good about myself. Running is one of those things that you can do it anywhere. It's free. All you got to do is put your shoes on and walk out the door, and the impact that it has on you is so positive that it makes it more addictive.
So do you have an idea of the size of the numbers that are going to turn up?
I have.
16th edition, that there has been this big sort of push for people to run for whatever reason, various reasons. You're so big when you're talking about women's sport, when you're talking about women's commitment to active.
Again, running and walking is very easy to do. Put your shoes on. In addition, I think it's important that we celebrate this as a city and as an organisation, because this is a step in the right direction. If you think about running and the sport of running, it is for everybody. It is inclusive, and anybody of any ability can participate in this. And the best thing about it is that you have top level runners, and you also have the community and amateur runners involved in this event. And at the end of the day, the goal is to reach that finish line. Everybody gets a medal and everybody's able to sit down and celebrate with their friends and family. But making sure that, you know, we do our bit to promote you know, the impact of running and what that does to us physically, mentally, emotionally.
Javelin throws. Is there something that's there that you can think of? You know, these guys. All sports have this. That you know, these guys are the weirdos. These guys are the good ones. We are more grounded. You know, think of as the coolness quotient in track and field. And I think that the earnings will reflect that as well. It's basically runners, jumpers, and throwers right at the bottom. How do you sell your sport?
Olympic Games. It was a very difficult journey. So federations competing, and in one event there's over 30 in ourselves. I don't think that's something that should be shared.
We were hoping.
Oh, I'm sure, but I mean, for us, is actually each event has their own skill set. Each event is very difficult to achieve. So therefore, there's mad respect between throwers, between jumpers. If you want to take me on and have an arm wrestle, feel free. But I would not recommend it because I will embarrass you.
Hear what the 240 number actually is.
That's world ranking, transgender, doping, whatever it may be. There's always issues everywhere. So we do our very best to address those issues from an athlete's perspective, making sure that the views of the athletes are heard. But I have a better understanding now as to why decisions are made at a board level. Because when you're an athlete, you're very tunnel vision. You know, you're there to compete, you're there to train, you're there to win medals. That's all you think about. And sometimes it's hard to understand why why decisions are made at a higher level. So it's for us to try and get that connection between the board and the athletes, and try and share with them, you know, what we can, you know, what we can and can't, but what we can to make them understand why things are being done and get the buy-in and all the rest of it, but also get their views on certain things, you know, because sometimes all the time it's important to get the athletes' voices, but some sort of progress in that space with the AIU being an independent organisation. Yeah. Athletics though.
Look here. Yeah.
Madam, here.
You know, but also the world of athletics is very, very difficult, especially in throwing. There's absolute potential out there, but so, you know, getting the right people on board, coaches, resources, and the talent pool. But on Saturday, I will be joining a few athletes to give them some tips, and hopefully that will help just a little bit.
Okay, now.
Can you turn this side, yes. This side, madam, this side? Madam, this side, madam, this side. After, not now. Yeah.
Sir. Alinda start button page.
Okay. Then look at here, middle, here.